If I traded it all, if I gave it all away for one thing, wouldn't that be something?
Welcome back. So we are talking with Roland Bennet. He's with Roland Bennet Loans, People's Mortgage. He's been with them for many years. And we're waiting for him to get in here. Roland, I don't know where you are.
I'm like one street down, but
okay.
As soon as this light turns red, there's the light rail I have to wait for.
Okay, so let's go ahead. We have a caller that's calling in that's asking you a question.
Oh, fantastic.
So,
wonderful.
Of course, you're not here live, but he is on the phone with us live, so that's cool. We have Nathan. You're on the line. What is your question?
Yeah, my name's Dr. Nathan Weller, and I just caught the tail end of this. I heard Roland on the radio here. He actually just closed my loan. It's actually closing in a couple days, and did a great job. It was a very creative way that we got the job done. But yeah, I just was stumbled upon this and thought I'd give the station a shout.
Okay, well, thanks for calling in.
Dr. Nate Weller, man. Thanks for that's so funny. What a small world. Thanks for tuning in.
Good to hear your voice.
That's really funny. That's great. So, again, you've been doing this forever. I mean, I don't remember how many years, but this is a great opportunity for people to hear something a little different, especially, since the times that you've been coming on. And there's so many different programs out there.
And you know what's funny is that everybody knows last month the Federal Reserve raised interest rates, right?
Right.
And rates today are actually lower than they were before the Feds raised the rates, if that makes any sense. So right now is just the absolute perfect time. The stock market, if you've got money in the stock market, I feel for you because you've probably been watching it over the last few weeks, wondering what's going on. Well, when things like this happen and there's major corrections in the market and the bond markets are going up, all that means is that long-term interest rates on mortgages come down a little bit. So it's this unpredicted, unexpected, short window of time where rates are really quite low, much lower than what people expected them to be, especially after the Feds raised the overnight lending rate. So it's just a phenomenal time. And then to also couple that time with the time of year right before you're filing your tax returns, it's just the ideal time for a self-employed borrower to look into purchasing a home.
Okay, so you want to give him a call. His phone number is 602-513-3686. And also, you can check him out on his website. It's RolandBennetLoans.com, and Bennett is Bennett. And you can either call in here or you can call... Roland, let's turn off your phone and walk in the station because we can hardly hear you. Here we go. So, Roland is here live now, and that's crazy. I mean, not live, I should say here instead of on the phone.
You know, it just sounds so much better from inside the studio, I think.
And you sound fantastic when you talk on the radio.
You look fantastic. It's always fun being here with you, Carol.
It is. And so now we have you here, and we're talking a little bit about these loans, self-employed borrowers.
So self-employed borrowers is, obviously now's the time. And depending on what your net income is, there's a brand new loan that has been put out last year called Home Ready. It's a Fannie Mae loan. And what it allows is for a 3% down payment. FHA loans are 3.5% minimum down. What the Fannie Mae Home Ready loan is allows for a 3% down payment with lower mortgage insurance than what a standard conventional loan would have at even 95%, with 5% down. So they've made it, a lot of borrowers are going FHA versus conventional to put a smaller down payment, a lower down payment down. So now this program is Fannie Mae's answer to the FHA with a little lower down payment.
Wow.
You remember the 15, 20 years ago, I used to work for a company called MCI, and we would switch long-distance service. You remember that?
I don't, but that's okay.
The AT&T, either had AT&T or MCI, and whichever one you had, the other ones would call you 20 years ago. I paid my way through college as a telemarketer for MCI. And what I found when we were there is it was this nitpicking of, we'll give you 10 cents a minute. Well, we'll give you 9 cents a minute. Well, we'll give you 7 cents a minute. And that seems to be what Fannie Mae and the FHA are doing with the down payment. Hey, we'll do 5% down.
Right.
Well, we'll do 3.5% down. Well, we'll do 3% down. And obviously if you're a veteran, it's 0% down, which is the greatest loan on earth. So there is that new program. It's called Home Ready. There are income limits. That's the only limitation on there. You can't make more than, depending on the area, 80% of the average median income. So there's a set calculation for that. But it'll allow you to get into even a lower down payment than FHA without being stuck with the FHA mortgage insurance for life, which is what that is.
Well, you do free consultations with
Absolutely.
everyone. Of course, you're going to go with the go ahead.
Yeah, and not only that, but what I also provide is free advice and help with credit fixing. Credit restoration is a business out there that people will charge you a couple of $100s up front. They'll take $100 or so every month, and they'll say they'll get collections deleted and help increase your credit score so that you can buy a house. Well, you're paying them on a monthly fee. So the more months you're with them, the more money they make. And I've seen people go into them for a year to 2 years, and their credit is still, not good enough to buy a house. I've been able to take people from mid to high 500 credit scores to low to mid 600s to a 640 in as little as 2 weeks. So if your credit is a 580 or a 590 and you've been turned down before and you've been to the bank and they've told you you don't qualify because of credit, I've got some experience increasing credit scores in a very short amount of time. And at the same time, I'll let you know exactly what you qualify based on your income. And if you are self-employed, I can let you know how to maybe maneuver some tax. For example, if you're self-employed and you want to write off mileage on your car, a lot of people now are writing off how much they're spending in gas. Well, that's an auto expense that you're writing off in your Schedule C. Well, that's just a write-off. You're losing that out of the income. Well, if you take that write-off as business miles on the page 2 of your Schedule C on line 44A in specific business miles, you can actually add 22 cents per business mile back into your income. So I've got truck drivers that have 40 and 50,000 miles that they write in business income. At 22 cents a mile, we're putting $8,000 or $9,000 back on their net Schedule C, which gives them a higher qualifying income. So a lot of people may not write off those business miles. So they're
awesome.
Losing income. So I can
here's
help
what we're gonna
make
do.
sure you get it.
We're going to go ahead and give everybody also all of the information. You can call in here, get yourself a free credit analysis.
Absolutely.
It's a consultation.
I'll take you to lunch, too, if you're local.
And his phone number is 602-513-3686. It won't matter. You'll go anywhere to help these people. I know you.
Well, absolutely, and because I'm licensed also in Illinois, Oregon, Washington,
That's what I'm
Texas.
talking about. So you could be anywhere. You're going to help them. And our number here, if you want to get connected with him, and I'm going to let you call throughout the rest of the show. I know this was a little crazy, but that's pretty the typical with Roland in terms of things. You're such a busy guy because you help
really
so many people.
appreciate you allowing me to come on, and especially on the call-in. It really did. I remember I was on the road traveling between Denver and Albuquerque during the show that I had committed to, and then I was driving back from Chicago. And it was on your birthday. That was so much fun. And then we were giving coffee certs away to anybody that called up and sang happy birthday to you.
So how about this? You can call in and say happy birthday to me and get connected with Roland Bennet. And our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You can also call him direct. Write it down. You can text him or call. The number is 602-513-3686. It's Roland Bennet, Bennett, loans.com.
Can I say hi to my mom? She's in town. They just picked up Catalina, and Harper rode with them to get her from kindergarten. So hi, girls. Lori, love you guys.
So talk to me again, too, a little bit more about some of these loans. You said that the ones that you also love the most, and I know these new ones are going to make you hot and fire, are the VA loans. Go ahead.
So VA offers a loan that, if you're eligible for the VA loan, 6 years reserves, typically 90 days full service with no money down. And here's one thing. If you're a veteran Here's one thing a lot of vets don't know about the VA loan is that there is no maximum VA loan amount. Like the maximum conventional loan in Maricopa County is $417,000. The maximum FHA loan amount in Maricopa County, $271.50. And that's the max you can borrow. In the VA loan, there is no max loan amount. You can borrow up to $417 with 0% down. Anything over $417, you put 25% of the overs. But if you're a vet and you want to buy a house and you thought you were stuck at $417, that's not true. Give me a call. Send me a text. Let's go to lunch.
How beautiful is it out there right now? It might be a little chilly, but
It's
how many
gorgeous.
people want to live here right now?
Everybody.
Everybody. So his number directed is 602-513-3686. He's going to take you to lunch. He's going to do a free credit analysis for you. He can get that turned around in about 2 weeks for you. Also, he's going to go back on your taxes to help you with the self-employed borrowers. Give him a call. It's 602-513-3686 or call here.